so far away. I said, I think he's so far away.
So if you would take your seat, we will get started. I would apologize for the electrical error.
That go for the principal too?
I extend a warm welcome to all, regardless of where you are watching, and we encourage you to join with us through technology, as you will see a YouTube link on your program to share with loved ones, and a QR code of a more developed and personalized program of these great kids. Some of them were tired of doing assignments, so they did not return their forms, and we apologize for that, but sometimes I get it, life just gets busy. We also did run out of programs. We are in the process of making some more. They will be placed out there. We ask that maybe you don't all rush at once if you didn't get one, but you will have access to a program. So thank you for being patient about that as well. What a wonderful night to celebrate these remarkable gifts, hard work, and efforts of this senior class of 2025. The West Jefferson graduate commencement exercises are about to begin. Please rise and welcome the class of 2025. I'd like to turn the time now over to Braxton Olson. Yes, you may be seated.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Braxton Polson, Student Body Activity Manager, and I'm happy to be here for our commensuration exercise. We expect the exercise to last approximately 1 hour. Joining me up in front today are our superintendent, Mr. Shane Williams, our school board members, school board member Chair, Dennis Cherry, Vince Chair, Andrea Rigby, Tyson Burnshaw, Nebra Perkins, and Chris Cottle. We would also like to extend a welcome to our College of Eastern Idaho, as we welcome them for our special presentation tonight. Today, the invocation they will be given by Jason Erickson. Boone Burnshaw will be the opening remarks. Okay. Jason.
Father, I think it's a wonderful day to be here at graduation. We're so happy to be here. Please bless that we could get our graduation certificates. Please bless that the speakers will do well. Please bless that we all travel home in safety. I see these things in Jesus Christ. Amen.
Good evening, everybody. Well, I'd just like to say, since I'm up here now, I have all of your guys' attention, and I'm trying to raise a little bit of money. So if you guys want to send me my Venmo, I'll end it soon, $800. No, I'm just kidding. Good evening, everyone, teachers, family, friends, and fellow graduates. Standing here tonight, looking out at the class of 2025, all I can think of is we made it. We made it through early mornings, late nights, and every last minute assignment sworn we'd never procrastinate on again, but we still did. We made it through cafeteria food experiments, awkward freshman moments, and parking lot chaos that felt more dangerous than gym dodgeball. We made it through pop quizzes, the ACT, group projects, where one person did everything. You know who you are. And teachers who never accepted my Wi-Fi was down as an excuse. We made it through Panther sports, spirit weeks, homecomings, heartbreaks, victories, and setbacks. We made it through challenges that felt too big and moments that felt too short. We made it as a class, teammates, lab partners, and friends, and now as graduates. We made it through a journey that shaped us into who we are right now, stronger, smarter, braver, and ready. We made it with the help of parents who supported us, teachers who pushed us, and friends who reminded us to keep going when we wanted to quit. We made it as Panthers, proud, fierce, and ready to chase down whatever comes next. And above all, we made it together. So tonight, let's celebrate laughs, the tears, the grind, the memories, because no matter where life takes us, this will always have West Jeff, and we'll always have the reminder that we made it. I'd like to end with a quote that says, I wish I could know when the good old days were. And right now, I think that these are the good old days.
We would like to thank Boone Burnshaw and apologize at this time. You must be a pretty scary crowd because they did skip that we need to do the national anthem. And I never think it's a bad time to pay honor to our country. So we are going to do that now after hearing really awesome opening remarks from Boone. So without further ado, if you would please stand, and gentlemen, take your hats off. And that includes our male graduates, to honor this great nation and our flag. And we appreciate our West Jefferson band and orchestra being so willing to do the music for us tonight. Thank you to our amazing band and orchestra for playing that beautiful anthem. I would like to turn the time out now over to our student body president, Ryan DeGraw, who is going to talk about some special awards that the class of 2025 has earned. Ryan.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered today to celebrate the achievements of a group of exceptionally talented and bright individuals. To date this year, the graduating class of 2025 has earned $980,336 in offered scholarships, and as a class, we've earned 2,581 college credits, used over 172 or 1,000. $172,219 in advanced opportunity money to pay for it. Please join me in a round of applause for this class academic achievement. You will also see in our digital program an amount that each student has been offered since May 15, 2025. We wanted to celebrate the achievements of the students in this class and are excited for you to see what they have done in that digital program. We will now watch a senior slideshow that our senior class president, Bentley, and our senior class council member, Maggie Barrientos, made of our journey and memories through our school years. Please note that if you're viewing this through our YouTube link, the senior slideshow will go silent because of copyright issues. The sound will resume after the slideshow ends.
Well, the memories are always the best, and high school is a wonderful place to make them. Graduates and guests, it's now my honor to once again recognize academic excellence in the senior class. We have 9 students who have all weighted GPAs over 4.0. They get this by taking dual credit classes and are weighted on a 5-point scale for those courses. We wanted to honor this by celebrating such outstanding academic achievement to attain such high grades. I've watched at bigger schools how they honor this, and while I wanted all 9 to speak once again, I was overruled by them and probably by all of you. I wanted to continue this honor though, as we recognize these 9 individual students. These 9 students have also taken dual credit classes, which challenge them even further. It's a privilege to recognize such academic achievement at our small school. This is a very unusual, and I didn't think it should be ignored last year or this year, but I would like all 9 valedictorians to stand, please. These are some busy kids doing a lot of really cool things, so it's pretty impressive. We are going to, the class voted on 2 speakers, and representing them will be Bentley Badness and Maylee Allen. We'll hear first from Maylee Allen and then from Bentley Badness.
I'd like to start by welcoming and thanking everybody that's here. This includes the faculty, board members, family, and friends. We appreciate the time and support each one of you has contributed to getting us here tonight. Today is a celebration of every day that has come before and the work it took us to get here. I want to speak about something powerful but often overlooked, being a lifelong learner. Learning should never end when school does, whenever that happens. No matter what your plans are after high school, it's important to continue to expand your knowledge and better yourself. This can happen through job training, trade school, college, or just being intentional in life. Being a lifelong learner takes a lot of work. There's always more information out there, and you're probably never going to learn everything. But it's important to learn as much as you can. One example to me was Raleigh triple jumping. For those of you who don't know, Raleigh broke the school triple jump record without any practice. However, he didn't quit there. He showed up to practice and had enough humility to listen to his coaches, which led to him placing 3rd at state. There are a few things that everybody can learn from this. First, we can always be a little bit better. When we decide we've learned or done enough, we completely cut off everything else we can do. Raleigh could have been happy with his first jumps. They were really good and it was a huge accomplishment. However, through practice, he learned how much better he could do. The same is true everywhere else in life. No matter what you or I do, we can always learn a little more or practice a little more or push ourselves a little bit harder to be better. Second, it takes consistency. Anytime we quit exercising a muscle, it begins to deteriorate. We have to practice every day, and when we quit learning, we don't stay stagnant with this ground. It's best to work our hardest and put our best foot forward every day. My coach Sri taught me that it's okay not to be at my 100% every day, but it's never okay to quit trying. If I'm sick or injured or just worn out, it's okay. I can step back a little bit and let somebody else take care of everything else, but it's not okay to hold back effort. In life, it's our responsibility to become our best. No one's going to make us do it. Our best might look different day to day, but consistent effort is key. Lifelong learning opens doors, often in ways you don't expect. Sometimes it leads to new job opportunities. Other times it leads to new passions, friendships, or ideas that change the course of your life. One small curiosity, like learning how to cook, code, play an instrument, or speak another language, can turn into a lifelong joy or even career. Staying curious will always allow us to push ourselves farther, no matter what format that takes. Being a lifelong learner can make you a more caring person. It allows you to see new perspectives, respect opposing ideas, and see the person under all the statistics. This can inspire us to be more compassionate, which will help our families, neighbors, coworkers, and the random people we meet day to day. Compassion makes all the difference in someone's life, and you can be the person that gives it to them. The most important part of being a lifelong learner is the humility it brings. When we recognize we haven't learned everything and we still have a ways to go, we can see the people that have helped us and the people we want to be like. This year, I took a calculus class that really helped drive this point home for me. I struggled like I've never struggled in a class before. Through this, I could see the people cheering me on. My classmates, Cindy, Annie, Mrs. Bell, my friends, and my family. Learning calculus broke my perspective of math down, and I began to appreciate the time it takes to understand new things, which will continue to help me in my future. On the other hand, being a lifelong learner isn't just for yourself, which is where integrity comes in. You are in charge of showing up every day, putting in the effort, and using what you gain to uplift those around you. Being your best self means nothing if it's not making a difference. Rightly, Eisenhower said, the supreme quality for leadership is unquestionably integrity. Without it, no real success is possible, whether it's on a football field, in an army, or in an office. Wherever life takes you, having integrity will determine what kind of impact you make. And so it's best to decide now where you are going to put your effort. Lifelong learning is about being willing to grow, willing to improve, willing to learn again and again and again. So today I challenge you, be a student of life, stay curious, keep growing, and never stop learning, because the best version of you is still out there, waiting to be discovered. Congrats again, class of 2025. I'm excited to see where life takes you, and I hope you continue learning the rest of your lives. Thank you.
Hey guys, I made the slideshow long, so I didn't have to speak for a long time. I'm just kidding, it wasn't supposed to be that long. Okay. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Albert Einstein. That's what I want to talk about today, mistakes. Raise your hand if you've ever made a mistake. Okay, now keep your hand up if after that mistake or failure, you didn't give up. If you kept going, tried again, or at least thought about trying again. Now I wrote this before seeing any of your hands, but I really hope all of them are still up. Because here's the thing, making mistakes does not mean you fail. And even if you do fail, and I do mean really fall flat on your face, that's not the end of your story. Failure won't kill you. It's not a dead end, just a detour. It's a sign that you had the courage to try something. We grow up thinking failure is the worst thing that can happen to us. But the truth is, mistakes are proof of effort. The part of the puzzle. Every successful person you look up to has all failed. Probably more times than they've succeeded. The difference is they didn't stop. No one expects you to be perfect. So please stop expecting yourself to be. You're allowed to try and mess up. You're allowed to take risks and not get it right the first time or the second time. In fact, I'm not just saying it's okay to fail. I'm encouraging you to take risks and fail. Take the class that sounds hard. Say yes, even if it seems scary, because that's how we grow. Right now, it feels like we have to have everything figured out. Our careers, our majors, our life plans, but guys, we're 18. We don't even have fully developed brains yet. So if you're confused, uncertain, or terrified, congrats, you're normal. And while yes, we are stepping into the world of adulthood, into jobs, college, responsibilities, let's not forget, we're still young. And youth is not something to waste. Try new hobbies, talk to people you don't know, travel if you can, explore who you are and everything the world has to offer. The world is so much bigger than Tiny Mud Lake, and it's waiting for us. It's full of everything to make our dreams come true, and I hope you try to accomplish those dreams. I hope you stumble, and I hope you keep going anyway, because the world is your oyster, and it's okay if you drop it once or twice while figuring out how to open it. Thank you. I'd like to introduce our inspirational speaker for the evening. This year's graduation speaker will be Mr. Tristan Rogers.
Get ready for some inspiration. Good evening, faculty, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2025. Now, I know some of you are saying to yourself, oh, great, Coach Rogers is a speaker. He's probably just going to make us take notes for the last time. That's the reason why you guys have something underneath. Well, my treat, tonight you don't have to. My famous words found in my classroom, my treat. Tonight I want to begin by sharing 3 stories about 3 individuals. Now, these 3 individuals might or might not have a direct correlation to you and your story. Story number 1. Little Sean just turned 1. All eyes are on him. With his adorable little laugh and his pinchable cheeks, he stands at the ready, and with so many people around cheering him on, he does it. He takes his very first steps. Story number 2. Matt focuses on the task at hand. He has just made it to the state championship. He goes through the normal warm-up routine,
He doesn't let the outside world distract him from what he wants to be. He wants to be a state champion. As the competition concludes, Matt has just done it. He is a state champion, something that he will cherish forever. Story number 3. Rebecca sits at the ready listening to the boring speech at her graduation, all about encouragement, excitement, and blessing of continued success. But all she can think about is that opportunity that she will have in about what she hopes will be about 5 minutes, but what feels like eternity to receive her graduation diploma. As the speech finishes, she has done it. She has received her diploma, graduating from high school. She is a graduate. Now, every one of you might be wondering, where the heck is this going? Why didn't Rogers tell us the full story? Or even, that was lame, can I just get my diploma and go? As we contemplate these stories, what were the underlying similarities between the 3? Some might say they all succeeded. They all accomplished something that they had wanted to accomplish. Both are right, but I wanted to focus on something different. How did they get to their success? One word comes to mind: preparation. Each one of these stories had some sort of preparation in being able to accomplish their goals and tasks. So here's my question to you, seniors. What has been your preparation? What got you to be where you are today? Obviously, you all had some sort of preparation, from getting ready for this evening so you can look the best to receive your diplomas, to waking up every morning for the last 12 years so you can come to school. You all have had some sort of preparation to be successful and accomplish something. U.S. Navy Admiral William H. McRaven said at a commencement speech given at the University of Texas, "If you want to change the world, begin by making your bed." There is the preparation. He declared, "If you want to change the world, begin by making your bed." Well, dang, I wish I would have been told that year 1. I would have been very successful. So graduation class of 2025, if you want to change the world, begin by making your bed. Now, why can making your bed help you change the world? Admiral McRaven said later on in his speech, if you make your bed in the morning, you have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you the small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. And at the end of the day, that one simple task that you started out with at the beginning of the day will turn into many tasks. He continues on by saying, by starting off by that simple task will reinforce the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things in life, how are you to do the big things in life? This analogy to changing the world can be applied to you. Do the simple things to prepare for the greater things. Each one of you have something great ahead of you. But how are you going to prepare yourself to be able to accomplish that? Preparation is the key to success. That is why I wanted to focus on that word, that phrase, for those 3 stories I shared at the first. Every single one of you, every single one of those individuals in those stories had to have someone or something to prepare them for their accomplishments. Was it their parents? Was it their friends? Was it their teachers, their foes, their competitors, or even their enemies? Just like those individual stories and accomplishments, you have a story and accomplishment. You have something to prepare you for your success. So what is it? Underneath each one of your seats, you have a notebook. This notebook represents your story. An educator of nearly 20 years and now motivational speaker, Willie Spears, said in I Echo, what will you choose to be in your story? Will you join a gang? Is that going to be in your story? Will you get arrested? Is that going to be in your story? If you flunk 8th grade, is that going to be in your story? Are you going to disappoint your mom and your dad? Is that going to be in your story? Did you make the honor roll? Is that going to be in your story? When you guys won a big game, is that going to be in your story? You get to choose your story. What do you want to be in your story? Graduating class of 2025, do things that you want to be in your story. Lastly, remember, no one gets to write your story but you. Not some scout, not some tournament, not these other kids who might do this better or that better. None of these people and none of these things get to be the author of your story. So just you. So just think real hard, take your time, and then you go and write your story. But just know that this story is yours. So seniors, are you ready? Begin to write your story. Thank you.
We would like to now invite Mary Stevenson from CEI to make a presentation.
Good evening. My name is Mary Stevenson, and I am the Dean of Early College Programs at College of Eastern Idaho. And it's my honor to be here tonight for a special presentation. First of all, I'd like to, on behalf of College of Eastern Idaho, congratulate the West Jefferson class of 2025 for your accomplishments so far. We're so excited to see what your futures hold. At CEI, in my role, I'm so fortunate that I get to work at a college, but I also get to work every single day with high school students. I know how hard you guys work and all of the efforts you put into the different goals that you have. At CEI, we're so grateful for the Idaho Advanced Opportunities Program, which really opens up doors for you guys to try out new things. We have students doing everything from electrical apprenticeships to CNA certifications, but most of you are doing dual credit classes. And that leads me to the why I'm here tonight. I'm so excited to announce that for the first time ever, West Jefferson High School has a student who has earned their associate degree during high school. Earning an associate degree or any degree is a big deal for anyone at any time. It will open doors for you that you can't imagine right now. It's a tremendous amount of work. It takes a lot of creative scheduling. Mr. DeMar can probably attest to that. But really, it takes just a tremendous amount of determination and grit on the part of a student. And we are so excited to recognize Sawyer Schaefer for this goal. CEI is proud to call you an alumni, and we're proud to have an alumnus from West Jefferson High School. Congratulations.
I now invite our principal, Ms. Christy Scott, to announce the names of the graduates for the 2024-2025 school year and the awarding of the certificates and diplomas for the graduating class.
Members of the school board, Superintendent Williams, graduates, family, and friends. I have the honor to present to you the candidates for graduation from West Jefferson High School for the school year 2024-2025. And as I said last year, you didn't think you were getting off that easy, but I'm going to be quick because I know there's lots of things to do and I know your family wants to see you. I don't know if any of you have taken the time to read the big quote that hangs above the whiteboard in my office, but I found it years ago and it reminded me of a certain class that I actually taught. As I thought about so many of you in this class, I decided that it kind of fit you as well. So I don't know if any of you know, we have some pretty amazing young people in this class. We have some feisty kids in this class, let's be honest. And I thought of this quote again. I'd like to read it here. It was written by Steve Jobs in 1997. It says, "Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs and the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them, but the only thing you can't do is ignore them because they make change happen. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius because the ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. I can't wait to see how you guys go out into the world and change it in your own way. This is a gift that people in education get to see. We get to see that progression and remember where you started. When we hear good things about what you're doing, we connect to that. So celebrate some of those good things. I'd like you to stand so that some people in the crowd will make it quick and see some of the good things that you can do. And the first one, I really want to recognize again, because to me, education is so powerful, and I feel like recognizing our first associate's degree ever in the history of West Jefferson is actually a really cool start to other people doing it. I know we have some freshmen coming in who are already arranging their schedules to do that. So let's have Sawyer stand one more time, because it's pretty historic to me. I'm not gonna lie, if I could have skipped that 2 years of Briggs College and done it here, that would have been awesome. I actually made an interesting observation about this class too at seminary graduation, and I'm really curious if my observation is right. So I would like people who are the oldest in this class to stay standing. So stand up if you're the oldest in your family and stay standing. So do that for me. If you're the oldest in your family, stand up. Okay, now, if you are the baby of your family, stand up. Stay standing. I think this might be why we have some feisty ones. We've got the old ones and then we've got the babies. So I was just really intrigued at how many we have in this class. Okay, you can sit down now. Here we go. Here's a few more. How many of you have failed a test and bounced back from it? Anybody failed a test? Okay, failure is actually a really powerful teacher. How many of you, you can sit down if you haven't done this, how many of you borrowed somebody's notes before? Oh, darn it. You know, it happens. How many of you have played a sport? If you haven't, sit down, it's okay. How many of you were in a club, FFA, BPA, FCCLA? Awesome. How many of you took a dual credit class? Isn't that awesome? How many of you, I had to ask this one, you know, have read 10 books in the last 4 years? Oh, good job. Okay. How many of you never missed a school dance? Hey, nice job. Way to go. Oh, there you go. Good job. Is there anybody in here that is the first person in their family to graduate? That's awesome. I have a few more. Let's see. How many of you have held a significant leadership position in a club or student council throughout the 4 years? Anybody held leadership positions? Okay, you guys can all sit down, but I also want to ask a question because maybe you all need to do this. If you've helped one of the graduates in this audience, will you please stand? Come on, people, I know you want to stand for just a sec. It's been a long program. Is that really it? This is all that's helped someone in the audience. How many of you sitting in the audience has helped one of the graduates? I'll wait. You should all be standing because I know you all paid for someone, right? So students, I want you to look around, because to change the world, you have to think about people. And there are more people here in the stands than there are here. And I really want you to think about the people who have helped you on your way and to show gratitude. And I hope you looked in our program and saw the gratitude that these kids showed. And I hope you won't forget that, because people are where it's at. So let's start this. Graduates, as your name is called, please come forward to be honored and receive your diploma. Parents, We have tried to film this so that family members could watch it from far away. And a really popular spot to take photos is right where we filmed the program. So we have set up a space here, so the graduates, once they get their placard, are going to walk over there. So if you could do your best to avoid the camera where we're filming, we would greatly appreciate it, so it doesn't block kids walking across the way. So we will start now. And hopefully you'll use that really cool backdrop to take some fun photos, and it will be available after as well. Michelle Aguiar. Nayli Marion Allen. Riker Wesley Babcock. Magali Elizabeth Barrientos. Seth Earl Brown. Parker Burtonshaw. Raleigh Calder. Phil Campbell. Gunnar Scott Capel. Brindley K. Carpenter. Keith Carpenter. Kylie Hawthorne. Marina Chavez Ponce. Grant DeGraw. Gentry Don Deaver. Jason Dean Erickson. Cindy Jade Johnson. Kelly Figueroa Zavala. Dax Lyle Rover. Travis Michael Gunderson. Jack Hepton. Lucas Burke Hillman. Jalen Jean Hillman. McKinley Hannah Hogan. Marcellus Lundholm. Hannah Nicole Lundholm. Daly Neville. Walt Sylvan Pancarry. Cole Perkins. Braxton K. Polson. Logan J. Price. Peter Puente. Bella Ann Reyes. Oren Eric Richens. Desiree Bell Rigby. Porter Richard Robinson. Ethan John Schweeder. Sonnet Lane Scott. Sawyer J. Schaefer. Aubrey Lynn Sharp. Kate William Simmons. Trixie Jean Smith. Eli Franklin Sullivan. You practiced that, by the way. Elizabeth Taboya. Bentley K. Magnus. Jackson Price Bennett. Jocelyn Viere. Hereby petition the chairman of the West Jefferson School Board of Trustees to certify the completion of the requirements of these candidates. Candace Cherry.
Based upon the recommendation of the school principal, I have found to have completed the requirements for graduation. I therefore certify that these candidates for graduation have fully satisfied the requirements prescribed by the Iowa State Department of Education and the West Jefferson School District. As the chairwoman of West Jefferson School District Board of Trustees, duly certified that you have completed the requirements prescribed by the Iowa State Department of Education. I now confirm you high school graduate of West Jefferson High School for the 2024-2025 school year. Congratulations.
Now my pleasure to introduce Tate Simmons as our senior class secretary for the changing of the task.
And now, graduates, please rise. It is time to move your tablets from the right side to the left side to signify your graduation. If you ever forget which side your tassel goes on, remember that you wear it on the left side over your heart to remind you of your school. We now call on Bentley Badis, our class president, for our closing remarks.
Let me be the first to offer my warmest congratulations to you for a prosperous and successful future. This day signifies a new beginning for every one of us. And I did not prepare a second name for this study yet, guys. I'm sorry. In addition to earning the diplomas conferred upon us today, we have earned the right to be associated with a special group of individuals who now call ourselves alumni of West Jefferson High School. Would all alumni please rise? Alumni, by your applause, please welcome us to your. Safely enjoy our night's celebration with our family and friends. Thank you. We will now have a closing prayer by Luke Tillman.
Our Father in heaven, we are grateful for the opportunities that have been given us this day. We are grateful this day for the support of our loved ones, family members, friends, supporters, community members, and fellow alumni. We would like to ask that we may all depart here in safety and that we can all enjoy this night, and we may all enjoy this night in safety. We're grateful, Father, for everything that has been given us this day, and we'd like to
I ask that may our futures be bright. We say these things humbly in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
So we will now have our recessional. And Kale, at this time, will you please lead the recessional out of the gymnasium? Thank you so much for coming.